I caught up recently with Abbey Klaassen. She's Advertising Age's digital editor. She's responsible for covering the fast-evolving digital and media and marketing landscape. I wanted to get her point of view on humanising the web and a few other topics.
Do you think that technology is helping or hindering creativity?
I think it's helping, without a doubt. I think it's opening up so many new opportunities for people to be creative and for people to collaborate. You know, just think about it from the creative process. You no longer have to all be in the same room or in the same place in the same country to be able to do cool, creative things. I also think it's creating this opportunity for a much broader group of people to collaborate. So it used to be, you know, you had a few creative directors at an ad agency pull together an ad and then you show it to the world. Now, I think some of the best work we're seeing, some of the work we're seeing here at Cannes involves consumers. They're part of it. They're, you know, collaborating and actually part of the creative process. I also just think some of the stuff that you can do when you marry creativity and technology is absolutely mind-blowing. I think it's completely opened up the possibilities in terms of creativity.
Do you think that technology is making the web more human?
I don't know about that. I mean, I think a lot of the things that we do on the web are things that we've always done as humans, just in, you know, real life, not our virtual lives. I think the web is making it easier and more instantaneous for us to do some of those things. So for example, you know, everyone talks about, okay, are we all oversharers? Sharing is not something new. We've been doing that for hundreds and thousands of years. Now, however, I can share to a bunch of different people all at once without having to have separate conversations and call them. So I think it's making what is a natural human behavior more efficient and opening that stuff up to a wider audience.
Well, how important do you think curation is to the online experience?
I think curation is really important. I mean, you know, here I am, I'm an editor, and these days an editor is not just a content creator, but it is a content curator. Yeah. If you think about it, and that word is so overused, curation, curator, but really there's just not another great substitute for it right now, but it's basically about, we have to go out and find what is the most important, interesting stuff for our audience, for our readers, for our the people that we reach. And I think these days, you know, we don't have all the answers, and we know that. There are a lot of people out there with really interesting perspectives that have voices. The problem with the web is that there's just so much there that you just can't get past it all without some sort of, you know, help and guidance. And so to the extent that we can be guides and help guide people to the good stuff, that's really important.
Do you think there is still opportunities for significant disruption in the internet?
Is the era of disruption over? Absolutely not. I mean, I was just thinking the other day, 5 years ago, Facebook barely existed, YouTube barely existed. This idea of all of this sharing that we're doing online is really not that old, 5, 10 years. Mobile, for example, is really just coming into its own in the last couple of years. I think the interesting thing is every time some new technology comes along or we start doing something differently because of technology, it creates, it's not actually, you're not transforming something that already existed necessarily. You know, we always talk about digital. Digital is not a medium, it's not a channel. Digital is actually, it's like air, it's everywhere, it permeates life. So I think, you know, it's reshaping all sorts of experiences that you have with the world and with each other, you know, experiences that are grounded in kind of basic human behavior, but it's changing them.
Awesome. Abbey, that's fabulous. Thank you.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.